And hello. Welcome to the Mighty Misfit Menagerie, or...
Cast.
We'll be doing about 2 hours of Chronicles of Darkness, which I have no idea when this video is going to come out, but me and Helena just recently did a video for Chronicles of Darkness. If you are confused as to what's going on, you should watch that, where our editor, Coulter, makes a lot of fun of me throughout the entire thing. Which my husband loved, by the way.
You asked for it.
It was amazing.
And to keep up with stuff like that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bell icon for more.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Click it, ding. Good.
And also, we should... Never mind, I won't bring that up yet. But anyway, last time on Chronicles of Darkness, which for us was a very long time ago, for you it was probably 30 seconds ago, Mark?
Yeah, so we started out meeting Ben Affleck, guys. Look at us.
His name is Benjamin.
And he's not Ben Affleck.
He was investigating what happened at the aquarium a few nights back, where these otherworldly things of goo came and attacked a bunch of vampires and humans, and he wanted to see if we were involved at all. And
to be honest, Mark, it was goo and teeth.
Goo and teeth, yeah. Gooey teeth.
He was like wardening in the whole situation.
Yeah. And he took our statements. Him and Owen had a good conversation about some of the papers that Owen has written. So Owen really likes the guy. From there, he said he's going to write his report, and he will let us know if he has to execute us later. And... after we saw him off, we decided to go and do some shopping for the house / go to a movie and recharge some of Owen's magical nonsense. And then from there, to seek a little bit more information about the gooey teeth people, we actually went to the Goblin Market to see if there's any supernatural things there that would have any idea of what things were. Being there for a bit, we did find a goblin who was selling actually good things and not cursed things, and we were able to perform a few deals with him to get some information, to get some goblin fruit, as well as to get rid of an ex-wife. So now there's a goblin out there with an ex-wife, and we have a demon friend with us, Sans ex-wife.
Sorry.
And that's where we ended.
Also, the seller told you that it was a corrupted hunger spirit that has been corrupted in some way that even he didn't fully understand, but Ruby seemed to have more understanding of what a spirit was than the rest of you. So with that, we will pick up with you guys leaving the Goblin Market and talking amongst yourselves.
Question, I wasn't there, right?
No, you were there. You decided to go with them.
Okay. Cool.
So, Britannica, what do you suppose will happen if, now that goblin has an ex-wife?
Seem kind of sexist.
I can ask. I'm sorry. This is not really my...
I just don't... I don't think we should subject an innocent human to the foils of goblins, or... I don't know.
I'm so sorry. I have to be a little bit clear about this. I didn't do that. That was... So I can ask him, but he's still letting me drive this thing that we're in.
Yeah, if you could please bring Britannica forward, Jack.
Whoever made the deal.
She will continue in her existence as she was.
But knowing now that being once married to a goblin, she theoretically knows the full fabric of supernatural, at least to some extent. I'm sure that'll affect
she knows it fully and is prepared for it fully. he agreed to the deal, so she is fully aware of how she came to know him, how they came to be one, and the details of the relationship going forward. Yes, she is fully in power of her own volition, as is he. I don't believe she's in any danger, as, like you said, she knows the fabric of all of this. She knows what deals to make and not to make based on the relationship they've had up to this point. And it seemed from her entrance as if she held a dominant position within the grouping there. So it seems that she came out on top, if I had to guess.
So you're rid of a headache, and she's safe?
I mean, as safe as anyone can be married to a goblin.
Works for me.
Based on all of the data that I have in front of me, there's a 68% chance she will be entirely fine.
You're okay with that other 42% just hanging out, or 32, just hanging out there.
That's not something that one can judge or choose. You have to make the best of what is available.
I played
I
the
will tell
lottery
you
on those
that-
odds.
She is happier than she was before, as far as I'm aware. The sex is much better.
I mean, that's always important.
Dell starts questioning how human and goblin sex would.
Let's just try not to leverage any more people, shall we?
I cannot make that promise. I apologize.
Great. Any other
Are we
business
done?
we have to do here?
I suppose we got as much information. Well, we got a lot of information from the goblin, so perhaps we should go on. I know Solomon, there was a task from the prince that you needed to complete. That's something that you need support with.
Yeah.
Perhaps that's our next bet.
Before we leave, how's goblin alcohol? Is it worthwhile? Do we take it?
I wouldn't try it.
All right. It's always worth asking.
Solomon, when you get out of the goblin market, you see that you have an email that comes through that came through while you were in the goblin market, but you obviously didn't have reception.
Check it.
It is a coupon for 1 free scoop of ice cream at Mr. Frosty's Gelato and Donut Emporium.
Have I ever been to Mr. Frosty's?
I mean, probably.
You guys feel like some ice cream?
Oh, wait.
Not
I never don't feel
particularly.
like ice cream.
No.
I just have this strong inclination that I need some ice cream right now.
Don't you have a job to do?
Yeah, and I think the ice cream will help.
Okay.
We just came from a goblin market. Don't act like this is weird.
Oh, all right. No, fine. Go get ice cream.
Been a long
Are you
time. It
guys
doesn't sound bad.
coming with me, or
Yeah.
Sure.
You guys don't have to go with him.
Oh, I'm
I'd
in
like
for
to.
ice cream.
Technically, it's gelato, not ice cream.
okay?
I know I have all of his memories, but I don't feel like I've actually gotten to spend time with my brothers in a while.
Dell, you know Mr. Frosty's pretty well. It's ran by a elemental genie, so
Interesting.
Yeah. I have a hankering for some ice cream as well. And, okay. If Solomon hasn't email for a coupon, that's probably a summons. We have a hankering for ice cream.
That's
You didn't
kind of
tell
what I
us
was
about the
getting at.
coupon.
A summons from what exactly?
Don't know.
If I know my city lore correctly, Mr. Frosty is kind of special.
Okay, so this special entity sent an email with a discount for his restaurant, and that you think is a rite of passage, if you will?
How
More like a summons.
how far is it? Do we need to like take the L or call a cab, or can we walk there?
You'll probably have to take the L.
Yeah.
Mr. Frosty's is in the loop, so.
Oh,
I will in my pocket some transit passes. They're small. They could come from anywhere.
There's some guy going to an interview, and he's like, "No, I had my transit pass just now. I promise, I had it."
do we see that?
So
No.
Oh, okay, I'm totally gonna go give him some cash.
Della's like, where did my transit pass go? I already had one.
as Jack hands out little train slips for everybody, just swipe them at the gate.
So you guys like travel. Do you guys talk about anything while you're traveling on the L? You guys actually managed to get a car all to yourself, so.
So this being, like his whole business, right? His whole summons is predicated on the notion that you don't have a spam filter on your email.
He's a genie, so he can kind of just control that.
To help clarify, the email address was completely incomprehensible letters and numbers, so you're pretty sure it didn't come from Mr. Frosty's itself.
No, I'm not shocked that it like got through. I just don't question it. Even if I had, if I didn't have, my email on my phone, I would have gotten a text or a picture or something or a postcard
in
or
your
whatever.
pocket.
Yeah. Somehow, some way, we would be headed there today.
Does this style of communication not occur for you?
Normally people just show up out of doorways and spirit me away if they need me.
We've noticed.
I mean, if anything, this would be preferable.
Yeah, it's just a little less efficient, I think.
But you made a choice.
More efficient because they're not wasting beings.
Also, Ruby, you've been watching the lunar calendar, and tonight would be a perfect night for what you're planning. I don't know if you want to discuss it with them or if the plan is still to ambush them. That's up to you. But
You're going to ambush us?
Surprise!
It's interesting to bring up the idea of choice, Jack, because it seems that the being that resides within you has the ability to fudge the fabric of this determined reality that we have. And if every action is based on a choice, and those choices are decided by that being, is there really any free action?
I have a bit of a limited understanding of the capabilities that are on that side of the street, as it were. But the way that I've interpreted them up to this point is that he has the ability to make a mild effect in the fabric of reality. So if he breaks, and sorry, Britt, correct me if I'm wrong on this, if he breaks too many barriers, it'll cause a lot of issues for everything else. So giving you the transit passes, that's something that's easy for somebody to lose. It doesn't necessarily directly fall into an active choice. A lot of his abilities fall into passive choices. I think that's what I'm understanding so far. I can try and limit it.
Would it be hard to get like a flask?
Are you all okay with that?
I pull out my flask. What do you need it for?
Oh, okay. Solomon, I know you're always the first one with me.
Oh, there's simply water in mine. Perhaps I'll put mine away.
Yeah.
What's the fun in that?
Are you all comfortable with me taking a flask from somebody? I'm sorry, I didn't. It seems to be a little bit of a conversation. I don't want to push any buttons.
We're going to go talk to a genie. Yeah.
Also, what time is it right now? Do we know?
It's probably like 1, 2 in the afternoon.
Oh, okay, so I pull a flask out of my backpack because I would have had one. You just have
simultaneously pulling one out of the coat and going to hand it over.
I turn to Solomon. Oh, you're prepared. Cheers.
Solomon, I will remind you last time you got drunk before an important meeting.
I remember. Who says I'm going to get drunk?
I recently rewatched that episode and I forgot that most of the beginning of season 2 you were drunk. It's like, I cast a spell, but you're drunk. I know.
Thank God I didn't take that as my oblation because I would be screwed.
Anyway, so you guys show up at Mr. Frosty's. It's like your typical straight out of a time warp 1950s ice cream soda shop / donut shop. So the smells are very confusing. Almost immediately on walking. Huh?
And it's gelato, even though it's an old-fashioned theme.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Almost immediately upon walking in, Mark and Jake, you guys recognize the fey creature behind the counter as a being made completely out of sugar. Almost as if he was a moving, breathing sugar cube. The rest of you see a portly, kind of Italian man who greets you boisterously. Hello!
I'll stop at the door and let everyone go in without me.
Do you not like ice cream?
Is Mr. Frosty available?
I am Mr. Frosty. I am here every day.
Solomon?
Turn back to Owen.
Okay.
Owen, you coming in?
Owen,
Go
Solomon, you see your contact sitting in the back booth holding one of her hands up ever so slightly.
Is this... Oh, okay, go back.
You see Solomon approaching a woman with jet black hair, wearing a leather jacket and like all black clothing, sitting very casually in a booth with a untouched milkshake in front of her.
I sit down.
Well, if it isn't 85.
Hey, Angel, how's it going?
It's going just fine.
I should have known it was your call.
Well, I mean, I always knew you were thrifty. I just didn't know you would come immediately upon receiving a coupon. Hard times?
Oh, okay. I happened to be out and about, so I thought I would swing by.
She lifts a hand, points, and goes, she points at Owen. Who's 15? Points at Ruby. 25. Points at Jake. 5. And points at Coulter. 2%.
I think you'll probably be reevaluating those pretty soon, but okay. From face value, sure.
Oh.
Why am I at 25 and you're at 82? Because I'll arm wrestle him right now.
I'm sorry?
Angel's
Hello.
a bit of a loaded pseudonym.
Angel, this is my brother, my kind of brother.
Gesturing to Owen, who's outside still.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, Owen's my brother, Jack's my brother, my kind of brother still. Because I haven't called them a full brother yet. Let's point this out. And then one of my longest friends, Ruby.
Owen, as you're standing outside, Mr. Frosty is like desperate for you to come inside. He's like, come.
No, thank you.
Come.
And I'll walk somewhere out of sight.
Eyes behind a pillar.
Dell has completely forgotten the sugar being behind the counter and is just looking at the woman with black hair and another leather jacket wearer.
Dell, you cannot immediately clock whatever this person is.
Ooh.
I'll extend a hand. 2%. Nice to meet you.
Oh, you can't afford that handshake, sweetie. It's fine.
What?
Sit down next to Solomon.
I'm going to sit down
What is
next
it?
to Angel. And how do you two know each other?
She kind of sniffs the air around you. Oh, 35%.
Told you. Just keep talking and it'll keep going up.
Or if he's available on weekends.
Solomon, why can't I afford the handshake?
You can.
I'm just
But-
staring like dead in her eyes.
It's not my place to explain.
I wasn't expecting such a crowd, Solomon. Should we meet at a later time? I didn't realize you had family in town.
They're not necessarily in town anymore. They kind of moved.
Oh, well, that's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
What can I help you with, Angel?
Oh, it's not what you can help me with. I've already helped Solomon, so I just wanted to make sure that he understood that we were squaresies.
Do explain.
I was asked to speak to your character by a fan of Matt Damon, and so I'm calling in the marker for Trenton, and we're good to go.
I guess that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
What would it take for me to get your assertion of said Matt Damon fan?
You know the price, 82.
Is that the price? What's the price? I don't know what the price is.
So, I mean, out of character, you know that, like, if you agree to a price, just money, just you never really know how much money you lose, but she just collects. Like, you never actually pay Angel. She just says, you know the price, and then money
just say,
goes
okay.
missing.
Okay. Yeah, of course. Always.
Well, before we fully decide on anything that might affect your rating, what's new with you, buddy? Last we spoke, you were looking for one of your brothers, and one was dead, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. Well, I found one and found the other one too,
You were looking for me?
and then found a third. It's been an interesting couple months. Hunter got shot. Let's see what else. Hunter's sister got married.
All right, 80%. Anyway,
Down.
It's not necessarily a bad thing.
your boring life aside, well, my assertion of him is that he's incredibly dangerous, looks like a famous person, and I feel like you shouldn't talk to him when TMZ is around. Acceptable?
I already knew all that, but sure, yeah.
Well, you agreed. You asked my opinion, not for information.
No, I know. It's normally worth it, though.
So why are we here?
Why are we?
So that I know that we're at square one.
It just seems like this was a waste of our time.
Well, I only had business with Solomon. I didn't ask you to come.
Well, then, Solomon, I think we have more important things to do than to continue talking to this money grubber.
Wow, you're rude.
So are you.
Yeah, I think we'll get going. It was a pleasure as always.
If you say so.
You should change your name. And I'll get up and walk out.
That one just dropped down to a 1.
He was only at 2.
Valid.
You're right. I'd do that one for free.
Oh.
What?
A little insulting, Angel, but all right.
He was rude. And a normie.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, was that the dead brother or the missing brother?
Kind of both, but the dead one, technically.
All right. 15 then.
All right. Why
What
do
does
I feel validation that this keeps going up? We'll go later. We'll talk later.
It's what it would take for her to take us out. That's my guess.
Percent of what?
Yeah, we'll head out.
I mean, Solomon will explain it after the interaction is over, but you could ask her too.
No,
I'm not
I
interested
follow
in talking
him.
with her anymore.
I want to go to the bar and grab an ice cream. Guys, do you want, like, we're here. Do you want anything? You want a Frosty?
Yeah, give me a sundae.
Frosty, buy the pretty one on me.
Is that,
Which one are you talking to?
She slides, Mr. Frosty slides a milkshake with a donut over, like, through the straw to Dell.
yes.
And then
You're
a
on
few
your own,
seconds,
Ruby.
and then a few seconds later, a second one slides over to Ruby.
We're together. And I think.
Oh,
Okay.
yes, enjoy. It is the finest quality.
Well, now that makes this seem really suspicious.
I'm going to look at Mr. Frosty and just go, so, before I leave,
Yeah?
are you made of sugar? I just have to ask.
Well, that is a very rude question. But yes, I am a elemental genie, so yes.
And then, thank you for your honesty.
Yes. Well,
I kind
you are one of the first folk, aren't you not? I'm seeing something with wings and talons that's beautiful yet terrifying.
Right on.
Thank you. You have yourself a great day. And I kind of pat the bar.
Every day is the same.
I changed it. Okay, you have yourself a day.
We'll get up and nod to Angel and then walk out.
I'm going to sip my
Solomon.
milkshake as we leave.
Yes.
Be careful out there.
You too.
Don't get murdered.
Oh, no, that sounded like a threat.
Only one about murdering me is you, Angel, but thanks.
Oh, 80%. It would take a lot.
I know. And let's try to keep it that way.
I've just been hearing things, and it worries me.
I resist the urge to ask more questions and walk out.
I want to know. What is she?
What was that all about?
Is she single or?
Solomon, I'm really sorry. Britt did not like her.
I know. I don't think she liked Bird either. I don't know if she's single, and I don't know if I would necessarily tell you if she was or not.
Okay, thanks, bro. I think. Thanks.
Yeah, so she's a hit woman person. I don't really know what she is.
Assassin.
Angel of Death.
Yeah. But basically the number that she says to everyone is...
Somebody's getting a lot of airflow on their mic. Anyway, go ahead, Hank.
I muted mine.
Basically, the number that she says to everyone is the percentage of her top price to kill someone, what that would be. So 80% of her...
25?
It's just because she doesn't know you, Ruby. If she got to know you...
Price. I told her I'd arm wrestle. She didn't even take me up on it.
I mean... We'll let you hang out one of these days, and I'm sure it'll go up. I promise.
25.
Promise.
I'm glad. I'm actually kind of happy to be 2 then.
1, remember?
Oh, yes, sorry. Free.
No, you went up to 2. I thought, didn't she?
Oh, she said in the end, he had already left, but she had said 15.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, she went up to 15 after you left, actually.
So I went from 5 to 30. Do you think that means she's interested?
I mean, yeah.
It's literally a percentage of her interest in you as a person. So,
and it's not 0. It's a non-zero number, yeah.
So as you were leaving, Solomon, Mr. Frosty pushed a bag of donut holes for you to give to Owen.
Oh, okay. I grabbed them.
Tell him it's okay. Tell him it's okay. I am not to be afraid of.
Oh, I know.
Oh, okay.
I go out.
Solomon's hiding behind a telephone pole.
Owen.
Not Solomon, Owen.
Yeah. I am leaning against a telephone pole, out of sight.
I casually bump into the side of you and say, "Hey, you want some donuts?"
No, thank you.
So I trail behind with a mouthful of milkshake and donut. It's really good.
You can have mine, Del, if you wish.
I don't mean to be rude, and I apologize if this is out of turn, but it sort of feels like we didn't gain anything from that. Do we know anything more about who would have sent whatever that was to kill the prince or to kill the 2 of you?
I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. Who was she, Solomon? And what did you speak of?
She's, I guess I could call her a friend. Maybe not so loose term, but she's an assassin that works out of Chicago that deals with supernatural anything, really. And she basically let me know that people were looking into me, which we already knew, but she confirmed that they were asking questions and warned me to stay away from Ben Affleck guy, which is good to know. But
what she told you is that she put in a good word with Benjamin.
Right, but she said to stay away from someone.
She said, be careful.
Okay.
That he's dangerous, that's all.
Yes, yeah.
So
she didn't seem to be, I mean, I guess that's what you could take away from it, but she wasn't talking about Benjamin at all.
Since she's a known assassin in Chicago, would she know anything about the attack at the aquarium? I mean, that seemed not random. It seemed someone placed those there specifically. Did you ask her about that?
No, because that's going to cost me, because basically this meeting was her telling me that we're square. So I need to get some funds first before I can start asking more questions.
Yeah.
Not
Jake's
exactly
credit.
flush at the moment. I don't like being Angel's debt. I never know when she's going to call for it.
I mean, last time you ended up saving her life, which got you and her dead.
True. Very true.
So she's fair.
She is fair. I'll give her a call later when
But she's not.
when I don't have my gang with me.
She isn't actually like me, though, right?
I honestly have no idea. I can tell you honestly, I have no idea.
Would I have picked up if she was?
Unsure. Like with both of you fully, if she was like you, if you both fully sat in your covers, there's a chance you wouldn't have picked up, but you can't confirm or deny.
Got it.
I don't know.
And
I'm
seeing
sorry, Britt kind of took over for a second there.
if
okay.
if Jake brings it up, the fact that Jake was able to clock her as something would also indicate that she's not from your side of the street, as he has trouble clocking you guys. So
Got it.
Oh, and why did the sugar man scare you?
I think I've made pretty large strides in facing what happened to me, but I don't want it to make a habit of seeing beings from the Fae. That's all right. Bad memories, and I don't know whether they're in league with the gentry or not. Might as well better to stay out of it.
Oh,
I respect that.
I understand that. I mean, Angel was something. And by something, I mean like how I would describe us as something.
I didn't get a good look at this angel, but
Her name was Apt.
the fairy that was behind the counter I didn't want to engage.
So Angel's an assassin. He works out of Chicago. Basically, the number that she's throwing around is the percentage of her top price would be to kill someone. So, sorry, Jack, you're kind of like, what's 15%? What's whatever that percentage would be? I can't do math.
well, and also like no
is.
one actually knows what the number is. Like she
Right.
says it's 15% of her fee, but no one really knows what her fee exactly is.
Right.
So my number went up. So there's a chance.
That means she likes you, or she's
I think-
starting to like you more.
Yeah.
Or at least finds you interesting enough not to kill on sight.
Yes.
Britt says she's vastly undereducated on what we're able to do.
Huh?
He thinks we're undervalued, that's all.
I mean, it's just because she doesn't know you.
I think that's probably for the best.
Probably. Anyway, that meeting was basically about her telling me that she and I are square and that she settled her debt to me by putting in a good word with me with Ben Affleck guy.
Benji.
And that I need to be wary of him, which we already assumed.
It sounded like she was also saying, though, that there was somebody that was actually out to kill you. Somebody that was actually dangerous, that was after you.
Yeah, I should probably talk to her about that, but I didn't want to linger there.
Are you guys outside at this point?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're with you.
Did you ask her about the glob monsters with teeth? It seems like that was an act of random chance that someone might have had an agenda. Maybe an assassin she might know sent them to take care of some vampires.
No, I'll have to call her up again and talk to her. It's more of a thing where I never know what she's going to charge for that information, and I got to kind of brace myself for that. And she doesn't like doing business in mixed company sometimes if they're not necessarily meant to be there. I didn't want to keep anyone waiting.
So go back inside and I'll wait out here and drink my milkshake.
It's delicious, by the way.
It looked delicious.
Finest ingredients.
Well, and they taste whatever your favorite milkshake is. So whatever flavor you think the perfect milkshake should be is what it tastes like.
There are large chunks of cheesecake coming through a narrow straw somehow, and I am living.
It can even be conceptual. Like you could take a sip and it reminds you of a happy memory of your childhood.
I mean, do you guys want me to go back in there and I'll meet you guys back at home, or?
I don't think we have much else of a lead.
That's kind of
Okay.
it.
Anyone correct me if I'm wrong, but is our angel our lead?
She's not an angel.
She's something.
I'll put in a good word for you, all right, Del?
Yes.
All right, I guess I'll go back in.
Angel's not there.
Figured.
Owen, a black kind of like town car kind of pulls up to the side of the road near you, and the window comes down. It's like, you Owen Blackthorn?
Yes, who wants to know?
It's me, Angel. Your brother was just talking about me.
Oh, okay. How may I help you, Angel?
Get in the car, big boy. I understand you want to do business.
Sure. I'll abide. Then I'll get in the car.
What?
Also, pretty, you can come too, but you're going to have to stay the night.
Okay.
Either one's fine.
I will.
I said either one is fine.
Oh, Del, it seems that you might have a deeper connection to Angel than I.
Oh, no, she's looking at Del and Ruby.
Oh, okay.
She's saying either one is fine.
She said pretty. Why not
Well,
both?
Ruby?
I shift into a wolf and jump into the car.
And I start to walk towards the car as well.
I'm trying to impress her.
She's already jumped in the car, so the door closes kind of in your face, Del, and the window rolls up, and the car starts to pull away with Owen and Ruby in it. She looks to you, Ruby. She looks to you, Ruby, and in perfect first tongue goes, "This conversation might be better in your human form."
I shift back. I was trying to impress you. Did it work?
Unfortunately, you're going to have to try a little bit harder, but I do like the initiative, 35.
Oh, you're not going to
It's a 10% increase.
Are you going to really leave Del?
You already did.
Oh, okay.
So, I suppose, what business do you think I have with you?
You wanted to ask me something? Or I think you wanted Solomon to ask me, but I always go where the money is.
I suppose, what's your price?
I don't like to discuss money.
I don't either, but I do like to discuss the price of a deal before it's struck.
I assure you, you're good for it.
I know that I'm good for it, but I'd like to know how much your information will cost me.
Well, then I guess you're getting out here.
Also, side note, I forgot. I'm actually not poor with this character.
Anyway, Hank, you're not in this scene.
God damn it.
Is the wealth we're speaking of monetary value, or are you asking anything else?
I only speak in dollar signs.
Fine. I will accept terms. The question that I was asking my brother was, do you have any ideas as to what these things were that I'm sure you're privy to that attacked the aquarium last night, or what or who sent them?
Well, as I was trying to warn your brother, I've been hearing things lately. Strange murder scenes randomly throughout the city. The victims don't seem particularly connected, but they're also not connected, if you know what I mean.
What other instances? Maybe we can do more research into them.
Well, as far as I can tell, somebody's using magic to commit hits all throughout the city. There was a call for somebody to take out a lesser vampire of the court, and I can only assume that whoever took up that contract was the one who attacked the aquarium. Messy business, that. I didn't take it. Prince Maxwell's way too pricey.
And Prince Maxwell is a lesser aristocrat of the court?
No, but...
Someone else at the party is the main hit. I mean, do you have any idea as to who would order this? I would assume the mages of the city wouldn't want to start an all-out war by ordering a hit like this. Or a lesser noble.
As far as I can tell, it was just vampire-on-vampire violence, but they were looking for an outside contractor. Mm-hmm. I have experience in that area, so I was approached, but I turned it down, and I'm assuming they found someone else and they regret it. Mm-hmm. But like I said, whoever hit the aquarium has been practicing.
Yes, my brother said he's not aware of any magic that could bring forth these things, and nothing on my side of the street either.
I'm not really sure it is a mage or a wizard or whatever it is your brother is. I'm always really confused on the difference between people who do magic and people who do magic.
I guess I don't know the difference either. But there was one person that seemingly summoned these things then. So there's one hitman or woman, if you will, that has that power in this.
This has the smackerings of a man all over it. Just summoning a bunch of creatures in an aquarium and killing a bunch of people. A woman would never let go of so many details.
Please, pray tell, right, how Ruby? Would you do the hit?
Well, it's a vampire, so I probably would have hired someone, drugged their blood, got him to bite them, and then tied him up to a tree in Central Park. Mm-hmm. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Mm-hmm. It's hard to be committed of a crime when the son actually did the murdering.
Seems you're a true master of your craft. If there's anyone that I need to be murdered, do you have a card of some sort?
If you need me, I'll find you. Don't worry about it. I guess if you insist, you can email me. She hands you a card.
What is with people who email? He puts it in his jacket. Ruby, do you have any other questions?
Ruby has plenty of time to ask me lots of questions. We'll be letting you out first.
By all means, enjoy yourself, Ruby.
I'm feeling a little vulnerable right now.
I said if you get in the car, you're staying the night. Was that confusing? I need your consent.
Okay. I think I have some stuff to do. I really appreciate this attention, but we've got stuff going on. But thank you.
I should have went with the winged one.
You still can.
No, the moment's passed. And also, he's so needy. You know what I mean?
Try being semi-related to him.
That is an interesting thing. How are you guys related again?
Well, that would also cost you if you want to answer that question.
Right, I'll take it out of your fee.
I suppose. He is sort of a stepbrother on our father's side.
Oh, interesting. Oh, was there more to that, or?
That's it.
Okay, that makes sense. Where should I leave you?
Here's fine.
Very well. The car pulls over, and she gestures for you to exit.
I step out.
Ruby, as you get up to go, she kind of grabs you by the elbow, and she goes, "Call me, okay?" And she slips a card into your décolletage.
I kind of giggle really girlishly and get out.
There was a card all along.
Like how she gives me her email, but you her phone number. You got it.
I knew she was impressed by me shifting into a wolf. She just didn't want to admit it.
Yeah.
You also got to remember, Ruby is rocking in the body department.
And rich as shit.
Damn, girl got muscles.
Muscles.
Angel made me feel like a girlish virgin all over again.
What do you make of all this, Ruby? All these plots and
we thought I know it. We thought we were getting away from some things by coming here, but it's just gotten more complicated.
It appears so. Do you think it'll be easy, I guess, getting Hunter to walk away from his sister? Because if not, I think we're in a whole mess of trouble with the prince.
I think we need more information over this glamour. Maybe if there's a way of breaking it, we can distance him that way. It can't be real.
Yeah, it'll be hard, knowing from experience. It'll be hard if, especially someone as powerful as the Summer Queen, to break a bond like that. But not impossible. I know that the Winter King, he wants that done, so we can have some support there. But in dealing with these people, there's always strings attached, so they'll always want something in exchange.
Yep, and then we'll just be embroiled in some other favor that's going to come back and bite us in the ass later. I think we need something as a group. I need to go do some things. Will you let everybody know that we need to get together tonight? What time is moonrise? I know this, but
Whatever time you know it to be.
We need to get together tonight around 11:49 p.m. I'm going to send you a location. Will you let the others know?
Yes, I'll be right on it. Do you need any help in your preparations?
I do need help. I'm going to send everybody something to bring.
Mm-hmm.
And I want you to know that I trust you, and I only want you to come if you trust me and you are trustworthy.
I have been down a dark path, Ruby, in these last many years. But I feel as though I can finally see the light. And I want you to know that even though my brothers have taken up a lot of my time, I am very happy to be a part of your life again.
I'm so glad we've been reunited too.
And he gives you like an awkward hug.
I pick you up.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. I'll see you later. And then I shake the wolf and I run away.
Several people on the street go, ah! And then quickly go.
Away.
And then one woman turns to you all and goes, shouldn't you run after your dog? It got off of its leash.
Oh, that's not my dog.
Oh. And then they kind of walk away confused. One man starts hitting his head against a plate glass window.
I'm not anywhere near this, am I?
No.
Okay, good.
I just walk.
Oh man, I really need to be more careful about that. You always make me regret it.
Well, you didn't go, wait, where are we? Is there anyone on the street? You're just like, okay, I shift off to the wolf and run down this busy Chicago street.
And that guy suffered for my negligence, so.
He'll be fine. He'll just get arrested and, you know, who knows?
The mental ward.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Lose his job, which he uses to support his 2 twin boys and pregnant wife. But, you know, I'm sure he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
It's fine. He'll just become a medical examiner.
It's fine. You can't have a set of twins twice in a row. So it's all good.
Anyway, Ruby, you said that you were going to send everyone a text message. What do you send them?
Okay. So I send them all a location, maybe not right now, but like a little while, because I go scout out the location, set it up. I'll send them the location.
Does anyone want to do anything over the next couple hours while she's preparing then?
I'm going to sit and simmer that we didn't talk about it. She just shifted and shot into the car.
I know, I feel bad.
Oh, imagine how upset Dell's going to be when he finds out that she didn't spend the night with her.
I guess I'll get back to the group walking down the street and kind of tell them everything that we talked about. So I made a deal.
You're like in Uptown, Mark.
Yeah.
You're like in Uptown. So like you're like very far away from the rest of the party right now. Like you said, just let me out here, and now you're like on the other side of the city.
I didn't think we went that far, but cool. I guess we'll meet back at the apartment then.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
That's what you guys said you would meet back up. So
while we're waiting for all this, can I attempt to go somewhere and get some mana?
Yeah. I mean, you. I'm trying to think of where the hollows are.
Doesn't he have one in his place, in his room?
He has to establish it. I don't know where my Chicago book is. Let's just say you find like an old abandoned church that has a hollow in it that you're aware of.
Cool.
Roll a d10.
6.
6. Nothing dangerous, but it also smells pretty bad, and the mana has a weird taint to it, so doesn't feel good. It just doesn't feel great. Like it's not refreshing, but you can roll to collect mana. So
great. Okay. I don't remember how to do that.
I think it's Gnosis plus Prime.
Are we just like, are Dell and I just waiting outside the church right now?
No, I figured we all like went our separate ways.
Oh, I have nowhere to go. So you're supposed to hang out with Dell.
Oh.
So Dell, unless you have somewhere else to go, I guess you guys just head back to the apartment.
I mean, I'm pretty low on my satiety. There's no way for me to like just kind of casually feed in the evening before we go, is there? Like, is there?
I mean, I mean, there's people sleeping all of the time, so yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to go back to the apartment, go into my lair, and
Hunt?
and hunt. Yeah.
Now, I don't have notes on how you do that. I'm assuming you do.
Yes.
Okay. So you set that up. What did you get on your roll, Hank?
Yeah, 3 successes.
Okay, so you restore 3 mana.
Back to full, yo.
So Jack, I guess you're just in the apartment by yourself.
At that point, I guess I would have gotten home, unless you want to do anything else, Jack.
Well, I think that like my experience with the house at this point is that Britt's room kind of creeps me out. So I spend the majority of my time in the living room and like the kitchen, like in kind of very common spaces. Just after having spent so much time like not truly experiencing things, it's just nice to be able to like touch stuff. And Britt's there, but like it's the black room with the picture. It's just a lot. So yeah, so I would probably just be like sitting on the couch doing nothing.
You should probably look into like repainting that room and ordering some furniture online or something.
It's very
Pulling some
uncomfortable.
furniture out of your pocket, maybe. You know, I mean,
You can't pull
Good one
furniture
like
out
that.
of his pocket.
what if it's, what if
I'm
you
toasting
put
some bread to
IKEA
make a
status?
sandwich. When
Bit by bit, bolt by bolt.
I'm toasting bread to make a sandwich when Owen gets back.
Oh, and you get back after having ridden the L train next to a man who would not stop talking for like 2 hours.
And I was just like staring forward, not engaging at all. Just trying to talk to me. Like this close to casting Merkler on him, but I know it probably wouldn't work anyway. So
And you were fresh out of eyeballs.
exactly. Oh, Jack, did you get? I guess she hasn't texted yet.
You're okay?
Yeah, we're fine. We made a deal, I guess, of sorts.
You have a cell phone, right, Owen?
Yeah.
Okay, so you get a text from like a Venmo account or something, like bank statement or something, that you were charged $5.95.
I got. We made a deal of sorts, and I guess it wasn't that lucrative a deal. And I show you the $5.35. But I guess the creatures that attacked the aquarium, it was an inside job of the vampire court. I guess one noble wanted to kill another noble, asked Angel, but Angel declined, so they went elsewhere. Angel doesn't really know what assassin pulled off the hit, but she's pretty sure that someone in the city has those abilities, and this was just a simple assassination attempt.
And she's pretty sure several murders have been practice sessions working up to the aquarium.
Well, that would mean that it's the end of the streak, at least.
Potentially, unless he did or they did well. Well, Angel seems to think it was a man, that he did well, and maybe other people will hire him, which would put the whole city in a bit of a situation, I believe.
I mean, I could be wrong and maybe oversimplifying things, but it just seems like we should tell the prince then that there's people within his court trying to assassinate one another.
Perhaps, yeah. Maybe that's enough to satiate him.
What do we do about Hunter?
That's another thing Ruby and I were speaking about, and she's making some preparations for something she has in mind, and she'll shoot us all a text message, and she asked us to meet her somewhere. So I'm hoping she has some kind of idea on that end.
Okay, pausing there. Jake, did you... So I'm assuming after this time you finished with whatever you're doing.
Yes, I would have just gone to any of the like awful offenders that I've known and have used for like mild feeding before, and just gone back to restore a little bit to scare them, not
Okay,
to
how much
death,
did you get
but
back?
scare them half to death. I believe 2 points, 2 satiation
Okay.
points.
So you walk out kind of like less hungry than you were, and you see Owen and Jack talking.
So
You
what
were
do we
saying,
do
Jack?
about Hunter?
I believe Ruby has a plan in that respect. She'll shoot us all a text messages to meet her somewhere when she's sufficiently prepared.
I haven't actually met him yet, I guess.
Yes, that brings up a good point. I mean, if our intent is to distance Hunter from the Summer Queen, perhaps Britannica's magic could help. I know that has the ability to change bits of reality. I don't know if it'd be strong enough to change him being her brother.
No.
But perhaps
I
something
can't.
happened in their past in which they are now estranged.
As far as I know, what I have the ability to access at this point is more present choices. So if I choose something, then it's more of a matter of a light turning red a couple seconds late, or somebody misplacing their keys in a few hours. Like it's not a past sort of thing. I can't retroactively change time.
Britannica does remind you that you could bargain for the sisterhood and then sell it to somebody else.
It would be
Britannica reminds you it would be really simple to get some schmuck to be her brother and then just kill him. That would be a simple solution for Britannica.
so I'd have to take being her brother first and give it to someone else.
And that,
Do you think Hunter would give that up?
I don't think Hunter would give that up, knowing what I know about him.
We
But
could
perhaps if we seeded some strife.
Do you think that he would pick Solomon or Titania?
I have no real inclinations about Solomon and Hunter's relationship.
As far as my memories go, he would pick Solomon. I don't think that's fair to do, though.
Well, that's something that's on the table. I know myself, and it appears Dell as well, have the ability to inhabit one's dreams. So we have the option of seeding some strife, discomfort.
Solomon, you can come home at this point if you would like.
I was just raising my hand because I could do that too now. Yeah, I guess I'll come home.
Solomon, I can make her not his sister.
Hunter.
It would probably be the best way to protect him. I mean, if anything, it means that there's less people that would be after him for any of this. If you want, I don't want to. This is your baby.
Again, how?
I just can.
I don't know if I could do that to him.
Well,
I mean, it would
have to be his choice. Him or Tatiana would have to make the deal.
All right.
Oh,
But
and Dell.
you technically manipulate the situation, but Coulter couldn't manipulate the situation. He would have to give it flat out.
Conscious.
Right.
Oh, and Dell, you missed your chance with Angel. She's quite smitten with Ruby.
Why you gotta go ruin a guy's dreams like that?
Yeah, I don't know where Ruby is, and normally I would care, but not this evening.
Well, fortune does favor the bold, so making herself a werewolf and jumping into a car, she definitely won that one.
Yeah.
That's some finesse right there.
Her and I both equally misread what the other was going to do.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Next time.
Next time.
I text Hunter because his number's, I assume, in my phone at this point.
Yeah. Definitely in Jack's phone.
Yeah. Hey, sort of complicated family issues. Can we talk?
He sends back a dolphin emoji with a question mark.
Oh, this stupid code.
You have no idea.
Well, I've trained you both so well.
He sends it's hard for me to think like a millennial who says things like this. WYA, where are you at?
The apartment can't be here, separate from Solomon.
He sends a picture of a diamond ring, question mark, exclamation point, question mark.
Yes.
All right. Where do you want to meet?
The ice cream shop.
Mr. Frosty's?
Yes.
Okay. Can be there in 15.
Is that like the new neutral ground?
SYT.
And what do you tell the rest of the group?
Let me know if Ruby reaches out. I'm gonna, I don't know, recharge.
Are you feeling okay, Jack?
No?
Okay.
I put my hand on Jack's shoulder and say, I appreciate you trying to figure out a solution, but I think we need to think some more because I don't know how Hunter will react to that. Thank you.
Let's keep thinking. And I'll walk out.
So,
Quick L train ride over. You're at Mr. Frosty's. Hunter's waiting out front like a gentleman, his arm still in a sling.
How you feeling?
I mean, as good as a man who just got shot can.
What can I get you? You want some ice cream?
Oh, no, I'm a donut man. And plus, they serve gelato here.
Sorry. I'll get a plain gelato. And,
gelato.
well, what would you like? Donuts? Yeah, got it. Okay.
Yeah, just give me the usual, Frosty man.
I'll pay for that.
Do you actually pay for it, or do you remove?
I will use whatever card I have on me.
Are you pulling it out of a pocket, or?
I'll use Cal's card.
Okay. Mr. Frosty says, "Thank you," and you guys pull into a booth. All right. So you said, so, like, what's going on?
Okay, we have to talk. I'm so sorry. This is kind of false pretenses.
So it's not about Solomon proposing.
No, I think when the time comes, that'll be on you. Just heads up. Hey, information. That's some. It's about your sister.
Tanya?
Yeah. Both.
You know, I never did ask you how you know Tanya. You were at her wedding, or were you with that weird guy? I mean, her husband, yes. I should say. I shouldn't call him weird. I mean, he's part of the family now. I should really get to know him better, you know, like really dig in.
Would you like it if he wasn't part of the family? Would that be maybe better?
Are you offering to kill somebody for me?
No, not at all. I'm just saying removing him from the family.
I mean, I don't really know him, and he seems to make Tanya happy. I mean, she kind of seems happy about it, but she seems more happy about the marriage than Maxwell, if you know what I mean, you know?
Tanya's life is at risk.
What?
And Solomon's life is at risk.
Oh, no. And this is dolphins?
Very heavy dolphins.
It explains why you didn't want me to tell Solomon, because he never likes me to get involved with dolphins too much.
No, but really only you can fix this.
How can I fix this?
If you let me, I can remove the risk, but it's not free.
Okay. I don't see how.
Andre, there's a lot that you don't know because of dolphins.
Yeah, I mean, that's the deal. I keep out of it and I cover for
Hunter,
Solomon.
do you trust me?
Of course. We've known each other for years.
I can make your sister safe, but it will change the way that you see her.
To clarify, Coulter, he would still remember the deal. So if you make this deal with him, he will always remember Tatiana. Okay. I'm just making sure you're aware. Okay. I mean, I want her to be safe.
Okay. Okay, so I need you to give her away to do that.
Like, she already got married. Our dad gave her away.
I need you to give away what you have with her for her to be safe and for Solomon to be safe. I know that that's hard.
I don't understand. How do I... Huh?
All I need you to do is shake my hand and agree that you will give up being her brother and both of them will be safe.
Jack, he kind of like reaches behind himself, pulls out a gun, puts it on the table. Who are you? Jack doesn't have that kind of power. And Solomon's told me a long, long time ago that things can wear other people's faces. Yeah. So you better start assuring me of what's going on here, or these things that I picked up from a very good friend of mine will put you down.
I am being entirely honest. This is Jack and company speaking.
Jack and company.
I am sharing a physical being with a fallen angel, and it is that being that has the power to do this. Solomon is not aware that I am here. Tatiana is not aware that I am here.
So I make a deal with a demon that's possessing my boyfriend's little brother, and then I stop being Tanya's brother, and that somehow protects her?
They're going to... An entity is going to kill you, her, and or Solomon otherwise. I'm trying to be as honest as I can here. I really am. If there's anything I can clarify, I'll do it, but Solomon's going to be very upset just that I'm here.
So I guess you better not find out.
I trust your judgment. I mean, I have memories of 20 years with him, but I don't have much else.
So these demon deals, I usually get something out of it, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I understand you're trying to convince me that my sister being safe is what I'm getting out of this.
If there's something else you want, I'll try.
I want Solomon to propose.
I can't affect another person's free will.
Well, you're able to take away me being her brother. You can't give me an engagement?
You bring... I'd have to have the engagement in order to give it to you. I have to give...
Just to clarify, this would be completely within your purview.
Oh, God. Okay. I don't...
It would just be a little heavy on your side of things. Like, he's getting more than you're getting. So it would be an unbalanced deal, but...
But it would work. It would protect... It would save everybody.
Mm-hmm. Hank would then be compelled to then, from this moment forward, be working towards proposing to Hunter. After that happened, you can't control it. All you're promising him is the proposal.
Deal.
And Solomon never knows that we made this deal.
Good catch. And Solomon never knows that we made this deal.
Then deal.
Wow. Wow.
Tiana, not Titania. Tiana is now my sister, and I have to find somebody else to give her to.
Yep.
Thank you for meeting with me.
Of course. But just for the record, let's never do this again.
I agree. I have a much lower opinion of you after this, so.
Me too.
And I will stand up and leave.
Oh, and Jack, if something bad does happen to my sister after this, well, my ex-sister, I'll be coming for you.
Oh, buddy, if something happens for my brother, you're on my list.
At least we can agree about that.
So confused.
And at that point, Ruby, do you want to send out your text message?
Okay, I send probably coordinates because there's not going to be an address to where we're going to be meeting. So I send the coordinates and the time to everybody. And then to Dell, I send PS Spring Earth. Oh, I also say to everybody, please only come if you trust me and are trustworthy, too. And then to Jack, who's not here, I'll skip him. To Owen, I send PS Bring Blood. And to Clay, I say PS Bring Flesh.
Why do I have to bring flesh?
I think Coulter can still hear you. I just don't think he can respond.
Jack actually doesn't have to bring anything, so he's good.
Dell looks at the text message and goes, of all the times for her to say if I trust her. Dude, does she...
I said a PPS to Dell. I'll give you Angel's number.
He debates it. He debates the morality of it for a long time.
I'll respond. Will my blood suffice?
Yes, but it's not nearly as fun.
Okay.
I'm going to respond and say, while I'm not happy with it, you know I trust you. Usually, usually, And I'm going to hit enter a couple times and then say, What kind of Earth? What do you mean by Earth?
In anything that makes you think, what makes you think of Earth? Like it's something that symbolizes. Okay, so she just responds, something that symbolizes Earth. Don't overthink it.
She just responds, figure it out.
I'm gonna respond back and say, finger it out.
Eggplant emoji. Eggplant emoji.
When Del gets that text, he's fine again.
All right, so we can either end here or we can do the pack ritual. It's up to you guys.
And we end here. It has to be up very early.
All right, thanks everybody for tuning in yet again. Tune in to the next episode, which is the episode after this one, for more fun monster role play and brother on brother emotional violence. And we'll come up with a tagline eventually.
Eventually.